back again. Hard to believe. It seems like I haven't done a video, one of my infamous rants and raves all year. Or it's been a year, yeah. I nicked myself shaving, byproduct of using straight razors. Oh well. Today's little rant, if you will, is about sources. Don't think I've done one like this before, so it should be alright. When I was in school, they always made sure they wanted you to have credible sources when you had to write papers. And amazingly, Wikipedia was not one of those credible sources. Apparently, a source where anyone can edit it and put whatever is not credible. Who would have thought? I still used it, not as a sole source, but sometimes you could get some little gems that could point you in the right direction. And the footnotes and everything, the citations of sources sometimes came in handy. So, in that regards, it was quite nice. Sorry, I had a spicy chicken sandwich. I do the no I eat while I drive, and well, it's just spicy enough that my nose is running. And I'm trying to figure out right now why the left lane bowed up and slowed down when it was the right person in the right lane that was turning. People, I don't get them. But back to citing sources. With the advent of social media, it's been really big to pass memes. Memes that support your personal beliefs. The problem with this is some of these memes, or a lot of these memes, are not accurate. And it's very tempting, trust me, I know, to go ahead and share some meme that matches your preconceived notion as to what the truth is. Without bothering to fact check it or anything else. You just say, oh, well, this supports what I believe, so therefore it must be true. It happened again. The left lane keeps bowing up and stopping because someone in the right lane is turning. And these people vote. Yeah, it's very easy to share memes that match your preconceived notion without bothering to look into or fact check it. 2 instances have occurred recently. The first one, someone I went to school with who, let's just say, is a frequent flyer at the jail. It was this meme that, sharing from a probation officer, that as of January 1st, 2018, employers cannot check your criminal record when making a decision. Cannot even ask about it, nothing whatsoever. I was like, I read at the end of last year, or back into December, I read the news article that outlined the major changes to the state law. There was no mention of that or anything else. There was mention about the fact that it's now illegal to have headlights or any type of lights on your car other than white or amber. Yay, freedom! But there was no mention of anything like that. So I went digging. No, nothing really about that in federal law. So it mentioned a law, and I got to digging. It was in California, and if they had looked at the bottom of the screenshot, they would see at least part of an address in California. If they had actually done a search, they would have confirmed, yes, this is in fact in California, not where we live. It's not relevant, but her and her little druggy friends seem to love it. The other one was about rent, and it was shared from a Democratic Socialist page on Facebook, and it was about the average rent was some number, and it's like, hold up, this don't seem right. It was fairly high, it's over $1,200. And now keep in mind, this person, I think, is 17. She's had like 2 or 3 miscarriages, currently pregnant by I don't know who. She goes through like 6 soulmates a year, and shared this meme that of some kid in school who kept tampons and whatnot in his locker in case any of his female friends at school needed it, and said that this was a good idea, that all guys should carry this around just in case, and did not seem to take kindly to me saying, no, personal hygiene is your own personal problem. So keep in mind the mentality. I went looking, and the number cited for this average rent was taken from a Huffington Post article from June 2016, and it was the median, not the average or the mean rent, but the median. That means if you were to take all the data points from the survey sample, put them in numerical order, it would be either the one, if it's an odd number of data points, it would be the one in the middle. If it was an even number of data points, it would be the two in the average of the two in the middle. So if it was, you had 5 data points, it would be the third data point. If you had 6, it would be the average of the third and fourth data point. That's what they were calling the average. No. So, keep in mind this was dated June 2016. So I went digging. And dig I did. I found a site that had published the information on rent, a credible site, and I forget the name right offhand. And it was dated like August of 2017, and it had the 2015 numbers, and said 2016 numbers would not be posted until I think it was September 2000. No, I don't remember what the post date was, but whatever it was, it said that the figures for 2016 would not be posted until September of 2017. So that would have meant they would have had to have used 2015 numbers, same as this data set. And this particular data set stated that the mean or average rent was about somewhere between $300 and $400 less than what they were posting on that. But they were using this meme to say that basically rich people need to pay up and blah, 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 pay more money. Rich people need to pay their fair share and everything else, so that the poor people can have a place to rent because blah, blah, blah. And didn't fact check the numbers to see if they were correct. And I very promptly discredited the meme simply because they used incorrect data. I'm not sure if these memes are still there. I just haven't looked. They post a lot of crap. I don't care that much. But I do know they never responded to my statement that what they were passing as the truth was incorrect. And the fact of the matter is, more often than not, yeah, that's the old barn. It needs a lot of work. I'm poor, but I'm not asking for people to pay my bills. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, yeah, I discredited it. And because of the fact they couldn't bother to get the correct information or verify the information, and it was wrong. Blatantly wrong, and that's that. And like I said, I don't care enough to go back and check because I know it's wrong. I told them it was wrong, and if it's still there, I provided proof that it was wrong. If it's still there, that means that they are willingly and knowingly passing incorrect, false data as if it's legitimate. That's wrong on their part. Once information is provided that shows the hypothesis is incorrect, the hypothesis is null and void and needs to be either retracted or completely retracted, or at least a statement of retraction or disclaimer or something to state the fact that it is that you were disproven. Plain and simple. Just because something suits your preconceived notion or belief, whether it be social or political or what have you, does not make it true. And it's very easy to spend 2 seconds hitting the share button instead of taking 2 minutes and looking into it. And sometimes you don't even need 2 minutes to find proof that it's either true or false. You just don't. Anyway, that's just my thought of the whole ball of wax. Let me know what you think. And the good thing about just rambling off your opinions is you don't have to just randomly spouting off your opinions on things without actually, getting into specifics. Is you can say whatever you want. There's nothing to fact check with what I just said. All I said was provide information if you can provide proof to the contrary. The fact of the matter, I got flubbered. Oh well, I'm at home. I don't care. It's Friday, and I have to work half a day tomorrow. Boo. Anyway, later.